From CBS News Bay Area, this is the Morning Edition.
We're not seeing skateboards. We're seeing, chaos causers.
I'm not gonna lie, we started it, and then the police were just trying to shut it down.
Was it too much or not enough? San Francisco's police chief defending his department this morning after things got chaotic on Dolores Hill over the weekend. We're sorting through the controversy this morning, Jocelyn.
Yeah, plus, Justin, the FBI is investigating a ransomware attack on the city of Hayward. What we know so far and just how common are these cyber attacks becoming?
Plus, a boost for President Biden as the NATO summit begins in Europe. How a U-turn from Turkey could make Sweden NATO's newest member. Jess.
And the sun is starting to come just above that marine layer this morning. Heading into this afternoon, temperatures are going to feel a lot warmer. And then we have a heat wave right around the corner. I'll break down for you coming up in your first alert forecast.
And you're dealing with some foggy freeways this morning. Plus, it's already getting busy for that ride as you work your way towards San Francisco via the Bay Bridge. We'll have a closer look at this coming up.
Hey, good morning. Thanks so much for joining us. Let's take a live look outside from our Mark Hopkins camera, looking at the sunrise from San Francisco overlooking the bay right there. Nice good morning to you. It's going to be a little bit warmer as we creep through the whole week, which is going to be pretty nice, but it's making for a hot weekend. But what can we expect today?
You're right. As we head into the next couple days, it's kind of like a ladder. We're hitting the 80s today, the 90s by tomorrow, triple digits right around the corner.
Letting us get used to it day by day.
Yes, but I still think it's a little too aggressive in my taste, especially for the friends in our Inland East Bay. Let's take a quick look at what's going on outside right now, though. Official sunrise just happened about 5 minutes ago, and as we head into the next couple hours, that marine layer is going to break apart relatively fast. The sun is starting to shine just above that cloud layer over the Bay Bridge this morning. This is a beautiful sight to see in the Bay Area. Now, we're sitting in the 50s all throughout the Bay, so make sure you are bundled up. Actually, we're still cooling down just a bit more, upper 40s now in Santa Rosa. As we head into this afternoon, we will hit the 80s over there. Now, this is what that marine layer is going to do for us today. Vanish pretty fast, actually. Just like yesterday, remember when we saw sunny skies pretty much throughout most of the Bay Area? Today's pretty much a repeat of that. It's a little bit more stubborn along the coast today, closer to that 3:30 hour, but it will break apart up in the North Bay. Beautiful conditions up near Stinson Beach for a little bit, and a very similar trend down closer to Pacifica too. Daytime highs this afternoon. We're starting to see above average conditions pretty much everywhere in the Bay Area. Low 90s in our Inland East Bay, subtract about 30 degrees from there. That's along our coast. Here's what we're looking at though. Heading into the next couple days, we are going to heat up a lot as an area of high pressure really pushes its way in from the south. That's going to hit the triple digits just in our Inland East Bay areas. Antioch is a great example of this. Triple digits by Friday, Saturday, and into Sunday. And yes, the sneaks up fast, so this is the time to prepare now. If you have pets, if you have young children that have plans, start thinking ahead. Any outdoor activity, you're going to want to limit your time out there. Heading into this weekend, the National Weather Service has already issued an excessive heat watch. I'll talk more about this in full detail in a bit, but for now, over to you, Gianna.
All right, just thank you. Let's take a look at the roadways right now. I just got word from CHP literally moments ago about a new crash on 101 280 right at the connector. It's blocking lanes. This is in San Jose. So just want to give you that information if you are getting ready to head out the door and make that ride through the South Bay. That is blocking lanes and causing delays. In the meantime, I want to show you a live look here at the Bay Bridge Toll Plaza as well. Metering lights are on, and yeah, it is starting to stack up for anyone making that ride over into San Francisco. There's no crashes, but certainly getting a little bit crowded there. A fog advisory is in effect for the Golden Gate. Look at this. You can see that fog just kind of hovering over the span. So heads up, limited visibility could certainly be an issue. Westbound San Mateo Bridge also starting to load up for anyone making that ride over to 101. We'll check public transit in my next report. Justin.
This morning, San Francisco's police chief is defending his officers' controversial response to the Hill bomb event over the weekend. I'm pretty sure you saw these images on social media. It was downright chaotic. It's an annual event where people skate or bike downhill very fast near Dolores Park, and the fallout is over how police responded with riot gear, arresting dozens of minors. Here's a little bit of what hundreds witnessed on Saturday night. Yeah, those were the fireworks going off. And this Hill bomb may be a tradition, but it's not a sanctioned event. Neighbors say it's gotten more wild and more violent in recent years, so something had to be done. Police say they had to throw on the riot gear as fireworks and bottles were flying at them. But some say they went too far after they rounded up dozens of people, many of them minors. Chief Bill Scott called Saturday's crowd brazen, unlawful, and dangerous.
What is excessive about an officer, number one, putting on safety protective equipment when they have an explosive thrown at them, bottles thrown at them, getting punched in the face, spat on, because they didn't have those helmets on before these things started to happen.
The chief did acknowledge that some people showed up to strictly skateboard, yet his officer seized those guns, knives, and backpacks full of vandalism kits. And 3 muni buses were vandalized, which is a felony. And that damage is estimated to be in the tens of thousands of dollars. And I even saw damage to people's home windows and what appears to be a pellet gun. You see that right here behind me. This is where people say that juveniles, they should not have been treated the way they were, calling it far too heavy-handed. Jocelyn.
Well, Justin, also developing this morning, the city of Hayward's website is still offline at this hour. In fact, if you were to go to it right now, you're going to see this. The site cannot be reached. This is all happening as the FBI is investigating it as a case of ransomware. Here's what we know. The city's communication officer said they found out about it Sunday morning and took the city's website offline as a precaution. The city is not elaborating on any payment demands at the moment. The communication officer says that there is no sign that the personal data of employees or the public was breached in the attack. That is the good news so far, and emergency services are still working. Just a few months ago, the city of Oakland also fell victim to a cyber attack. Unfortunately, it is part of a growing trend where cyber criminals are hacking public agencies to try to extort money. We don't know exactly what happened here in the case of Hayward, but a cybersecurity expert tells us in 90% of these attacks, cyber criminals choose systems that have large amounts of personal data like a city does.
It will typically start with a phishing type of incident, either through email, text message, or some other human compromise, meaning they try to compromise a password from an employee that they then get to backdoor access to the network. Again, that's about 90% of the attacks that happen. So again, it's a little too early to say exactly what happened here, but that is a kind of a typical attack pattern.
And what makes things worse, they are using artificial intelligence to speed up the process. The city of Hayward is telling people who need to do business with City Hall to do it in person or by phone. And coming up at 6:45, we're going to be chatting with a professor from San Jose State University. They're going to be telling us all about how this could have potentially happened. Amanda.
Let's look at our top stories now. CBS News has learned President Biden will meet with Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky tomorrow at a NATO summit in Lithuania. The one-on-one comes just after President Biden said Russia's war needs to end before Ukraine can join the defense alliance. NATO said its membership will get bigger after a major reversal from Turkey, signaling it will approve Sweden's bid. Governor Newsom signed a package of new laws making it easier and faster to build infrastructure in California. The bills were designed to cut down on paperwork and court delays for new construction under the California Environmental Quality Act. This includes renewable energy, water, and transportation projects. The governor also put his signature on the state's $311 billion budget. This morning, students plans to protest a proposal to raise tuition at California State University schools. The Board of Trustees for the 23 campus system is debating that plan today. It increases tuition 6% starting in the fall of 2024. The chancellor's office says 60% of students won't be affected. That's because grants or waivers would actually cover their tuition.